Welcome back, everyone. So today we are going to continue our class on statistical function, and we are going to continue with average if and average ifs function. So over the course of our previous classes, we've been talking about sum ifs, count if. So we are currently on average if and average ifs function. So now it says here that the average if calculate the average of cells in a range that satisfy a single condition. It is used for determining the average value of a specific subset of data based on a defined criterion. And I've explained a lot of things when it comes to range, when it comes to what it actually means when they want to sum values in a range, when they want to count values in a range based on specific criteria. And I'm sure we all understand it by now. So now, the average function itself, what it does is that it calculates the average of all the values in a particular range. So now, the average might be for a condition. So what average if is saying is this: if you want to calculate the average of all the values for a particular condition, then you use average if. If you want to calculate the average for all the values that satisfy multiple conditions, then you use average if. I'll give you a scenario. So over the course of our study, I've been giving scenarios based on region. So once again, I'll provide a scenario based on region. Let's say you are a business person and you made sales in the northern, western, eastern, and southern area. That's northwest, southeast. So, and you want to know the average of the sales that you made in the north, right? So, if we're using Nigeria as a whole, the northern part of Nigeria, we all know the states that are there. So, if you want to know the average of the sales that you made in the northern part of Nigeria, you will use the average if function because you are calculating the average that satisfies the northern area. You understand me? But if you are calculating the average of multiple, let's say you want to know the average that was made for the southern and also the average that was made for the eastern, right? So that's when we use the average ifs condition. That's basically what I'm talking about. So let's go into a practical case whereby we get to see how that is done using a the dataset we've been using currently. So now, the first question here is this. Sorry, let me centralize this so that we all see it properly. Let me take this away from my screen. So now, the first question here says, calculate the average sales for micro. So, and if you move over to the range of data that we have here, we have the sales team company job title total sales. You will see that the average sales for micro, the word micro, as you all know now, is the criteria. Micro is the criteria. So we want to know the average sales for individuals that work for micro. As simple as that. So since it's just a criteria, that will be equals to average if, average if. So now the range now is, like I said, when it comes to working with statistical function, the first thing you need to know is what is your criteria. Your criteria sets the stone for any other thing. If you know what your criteria is, you'll be able to know which range you want to work with. So your range is just simply where you are going to find your criteria. As simple as that. So if I check for which of all these four range of data will I find the word micro word, right? Which is under company. I will go down company, comma. So that's my range from B2 to B14 as you can see. So give me a minute, let me put on my formula bar. I will need to do this first. Okay. So you all can see the formula bar. Let's go again. So average if, so the range, this is the range from B2, so this is B2 down to B14 here, right? Comma. Then the criteria itself is micro. Like I've said and like I've been saying, it is not compulsory you pick the first micro word, neither is it compulsory you pick last. As long as the word there says micro word, you can pick it. So that's micro word, comma. Then the average range is where you can consider values together, which is obviously total sales. So what this particular formula is doing for you is that it's going to go into your data, your data set here, and it's going to check for which individuals, right, work for microword. So this is the first microword, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth. So all those six individuals, this one, two, three, four, five, six, is going to calculate the average of their sales. As simple as that, honestly. So that's 7,492.17 US dollars. So now, as simple as that, that is average if for you. So now, let's go back to our PowerPoint and I will show you, we continue into average ifs, averages. It says here that the average ifs extend the capabilities of average if, sorry, by enabling you to average sales based on multiple conditions. This allows you to perform more complex averaging calculations that involves fixing your data based on specific combination of criteria. Like I said when I was explaining averages, when you are working with multiple criteria or complex criteria that are intertwined or go into each other, you use the average ifs function. All right. So now let's go back to our data set where we get to solve something on average ifs rather. So now the question here says the average sales by sales rep in micro average sales by sales rep in micro. So that's easy. What we need to know first are the criteria. Microword is the criteria, sales rep is the criteria, meaning that we have two criteria. So, and if we know that we are working with two criteria or more, we are going to be employing the average if function, right? So if I come here and I say it's equals to average, sorry, average if. So, like I said, it is very, very important. It's cogent that you read the Excel syntax. Let me drag it up here so that we can all see. It is very important that you read the Excel syntax. Excel syntax is the guide to whatever it is that you're doing on Excel. There is no need to cram an Excel formula. Nobody crams an Excel formula. We understand the Excel syntax. As simple as that. Once you understand the syntax, you'll be able to work with any formula you find yourself using in Excel. That's the idea. You do not need to cram formulas, right? Understand it. So now, currently, if you look at this syntax, it is asking you for the average range first, which is the total sales over here, because the average range is where you are going to find range of data or range of values where you can calculate the average for. Obviously, I cannot calculate the average of names or company or job title. This is the only range whereby I can calculate an average. You understand? So now you drag down, then comma, criteria range one. So that's is asking you now, what is your first range? Averages knows automatically that you're working with multiple criteria. So it's telling you that what is your first range. So now we are going to start from the computed. So I think the word is sales rep. Okay, I'm going to start from micro rather, sorry. So the first criteria is micro. So first of all, my company is my range because if I don't pick my range, I will not be able to select my criteria. That is just how it works. The range comes before the criteria. So I'll put a comma here, and as you can see over here, so follow my mouse, please. So over here, you can see that we're already on the criteria, which is obviously my forward. Sorry about that. Comma. Then the second range, which is the sales rep, because we want to know the average of all the sales rep that we have in micro world. So now, the range where we find the word sales rep is job title, which I will highlight. Then the criteria itself is sales rep, and I'll close my bracket. So now, as you can see, the average of that is 6,670 US dollars. So that is how it works. It works. As simple as that. So you can go through it and we practice. So now the last question says, So if you cannot see the question very well on the cell I'm selecting, you can look at the formula bar. So the question is also going to be displayed on the formula bar. So you can look at the formula bar for that. So now, average sales by sales rep in micro world with more than 7,000 in sales. With more than 7,000 in sales. What are we saying? So now what we are saying is this. We want to know the average sales that individuals in micro world make. Fine, that's on one hand. But I do not want all the individuals in micro world. I want to drill down into a particular department. I want to go down into sales rep. So not only do I now want sales rep alone, I want to now know the sales rep individuals that made more than 7,000. So I want to know the average of only those that made more than 7,000. Can you see there's a whole lot of things that you can do when it comes to calculation in Excel and when it comes to being specific. So now I'll come here and say is equals to average ifs. So once again, I'll drag the syntax to the center. So you all can look at the formula bar. So you can see that I'll drag to the center. So now, the average range, as I've said, is super safe, comma. So now it's asking me, so look here, don't bother about this, just look here, don't worry, I'm going to use the formula bar to set it out. So it says for micro world, right? So the range where we find micro world, yes, this is the range, then comma micro world itself, comma. Then it's asking me that what else? What is my second range? So we are looking for sales rep in micro world still. So job title, comma, sales rep. So comma now. So the third one now is those that sold or those that made greater than 7,000 in sales. So you come back and you highlight the total sales again. This is where it gets interesting. Then you put a comma in quotation now, greater than or more than 7,000. Then close the bracket. That's it. So you need to know the quotation is before the greater than. Because I've seen a lot of my students make that mistake. They put the greater than before they put the quotation. No. The quotation encompasses everything. It takes care of everything. So the quotation before the greater than 7,000. Alright. So close the bracket 30%. And the average is 7,139 US dollars. As simple as that. Alright. So go over it. See if you did not get anyone right. Try them again. Watch the videos again. And see you in the next class.